Hello, it's time for Flashback, the weekly history quiz. Let's find out what's happened in history. In 1813, U.S. troops start to seize and burn Canadian towns. Britain responds later by torching the White House. Fascinating. On the oldest known papyrus, a ship supervisor keeps a diary of his daily life on the Nile. Day 25, hauling stones. Day 26, hauling stones. Day 27. I think this might be, is it the Red Sea Scrolls, which were discovered, fairly recently, within the last, this century, I mean. He might be, I think, 2600 BCE, yeah. Really incredible. Amazing to have papyrus that survived that long. The first U.S. space station, Skylab, is launched. It has books, games, and even darts, but the most popular way to relax is simply watching Earth. Yeah, pretty extraordinary. 1973. Venice's Great Council begins choosing the Doge, its ruler. The role is for life, so to limit power, the council picks old men who won't live too long. It works. Wonder if this was chosen because of the recent papal selection, because that is absolutely part of what the conclave has to bear in mind, is how long will this person live? Anyway, that'll be, I can't think what century that would be. 12th? I was right. It was the 12th century. Oh, good. I'm pleased. Okay, the Texas pilot Bessie Coleman helps popularize barnstorming with her aerial stunts. For one of them, she walks on her biplane's wings in midair. That's incredible. Sounds absolutely terrifying. Early 20th century, I guess. 1922, yeah. Okay, to end their second war over Kashmir, India and Pakistan make the Tashkent Declaration. They vow to settle their disputes without violence. I mean, that'll go in here. Yeah, 1966. Having been jailed in Siberia for subversive activity, Dostoevsky draws on his prison experience to write the novel Crime and Punishment. That'll be after 1813, but definitely well before 1922. Yeah, 1866. Okay, to escape the control of the U.S. government, Mormon settlers found Salt Lake City. They choose the area because it's a part of Mexico. Yeah, that's interesting to think. Honestly, I don't know. When did the Mormons found Salt Lake City? Was that before or after 1866? I honestly don't know. I don't know the answer to that. After? Oh, I don't know. I'm worried I'm going to get this wrong. No, it was wrong. Yeah, 1847. It was a little bit before. I mean, pretty close. That's a tough call. Maybe it's not. Maybe there's probably a good reason that shouldn't be a tough call. Named for Roman god, the priest Mercurius becomes the first pope to rename himself upon taking office. He picks a less pagan name, Pope John II. Interesting. I assume that'll be very early. 533. Okay, so I got one wrong. That's 2 weeks in a row where I've not gotten a perfect score. That's a shame. Once again, I was in good company, just barely in the most common category here. I really feel I should have gotten that right, but it was an absolutely fair mistake. So, in the sense that I have nothing to complain about. Okay, so let's see. What tripped people up? Not the papyrus, of course. This is the only actual really ancient thing this week. About a fifth of people misplaced Pope John II. That's kind of interesting. I'd be curious to where they would have pegged this. Nearly everybody got Venice's Great Council and its Doge. Let's see. So a third of people misplaced Salt Lake City. So that might have, that was the most incorrectly placed. I guess I can take some solace in that. But there we go. About a fifth of people misplaced Dostoevsky and the writing of Crime and Punishment. Let's see. Of course, nearly everybody correctly placed the Texas pilot and her barnstorming. About a quarter of people misplaced the Second War over Kashmir. That's interesting. I'd be curious to know where that was placed. And then, of course, just about everybody correctly placed the U.S. space station Skylab. All right. Well, there we go. As always, a very interesting week in history. That was Flashback. And I'll be back next week with more of this. Bye for now.